Hey friends, this is Atif. Hope you're well and welcome to the new update on Bitcoin. In today's video, we will once again take a look at this rejection. Bitcoin is once again rejected by this resistance of $30,600 and moving down. And we will also take a look at this triangle and also this very strong support and another very big falling wedge pattern as well. But before starting this analysis, if you are not subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe it. And for more ideas, you can also support me at the Patreon, because here I am sharing different trading ideas for you. And you can find the link to join me here in the video's description I've shared. So let's start the analysis. And first of all, let me to start with this hourly time frame chart. And here we have been watching that Bitcoin is again and again getting rejected by this resistance that we have at $30,600. And this is the short-term resistance. Previously, it has been breaking as a resistance here and as a support and resistance here as well. And recently you can see that we have several rejections, and the next support we will have here at $29,800, and the next support will be here at $29,300. And if we switch to the 4-hour time frame from here, then we can see Bitcoin is again forming another descending triangle. Previously, Bitcoin has already broken out this descending triangle that was formed here. Here we had the support, and this was the previous resistance of the previous descending triangle. Now it has started the formation of another descending triangle with a few touch points at the resistance and few touch points at the support. Now the basic thing, the main point that I want to show you in today's video is this weekly time frame. And here I would like to show you the pivot points. First of all, let me to recall that we are moving inside a very big falling wedge pattern after the previous breakout when we had here back in July 2021. We had a very nice rally. Same as like that, we can expect another rally once Bitcoin will be able to break out this resistance of the falling wedge. And we also have the key support at $28,600 and key resistance at $33,000. And I'm expecting that if Bitcoin will be able to break out this key resistance of 33K, then it will easily break out the next resistance of the falling wedge pattern as well. And the target for the falling wedge will be here at the top of the wedge, approximately at $68,000. But after such a big breakout, the move can be bigger one, because you can see every time whenever Bitcoin is getting bounced by this support of $28,600, it is forming higher than previous highs. So it is also possible that after getting rejected, getting bounced from this support, it will form another higher than previous high. Now, if I place the pivot point here on the weekly time frame chart, then the big critical situation we are having here is that now we are moving below this pivot point right now, and you can see now this pivot point is breaking as a resistance. When we broke it down, you can see we had several rejections, and after this final rejection, the price line moved down at this key support. And the good thing over here is that every pivot point is higher than the previous one. And you can see we had this pivot, the next pivot was higher than previous one, and right now this pivot is another higher pivot than previous one. And even on the monthly time frame, we can see that we are having higher pivot points, but the critical thing over here is again that we are moving below the pivot point. If the price line will move above the pivot point, then it can start a very, very long-term rally, especially if it will be moved above the pivot point on the monthly time frame, like it did here and back here. In December 2016, after December 2016, even you can call it from here, from January 2016, when we moved above the pivot point, we started a very, very big rally for the long term. And we can also observe that even on the monthly time frame, when we broke down this pivot point, we moved up and we broke down. Then again, we retested the previous resistance, because the pivot point, after when we moved below this pivot point, that works as a resistance for the price line. And you can see that we rejected by this pivot point even on the monthly time frame, and now we are moving down. This move we have already seen here when we slightly moved above the pivot point back in December 2017, when we had the previous high of Bitcoin that was very close to $20,000. And we moved down, we again moved up and rejected by the pivot point, and we had a very, very drastic drop after this rejection. And same as like that, we slightly moved up, we set a all-time high, another all-time high that was $69,000, and we again moved down, rejected by the pivot point, and now we are moving down, but still we are having this key support of $28,600. So unless this support is not broken down, we cannot expect such drop like we had back here from December 2017 till here, December 2018. That was a very big drop. And there is another big difference here, that if we take a look at the stochastic, then we can see when we were rejected by this pivot point, then you can see here we were oversold and we slightly moved up, not oversold, sorry, here we were overbought, and the stochastic was moving down, and we were also at the mid of this body of the stochastic, and we again had another rejection and moved down. And when stochastic was oversold, then it started the next rally, and we had a very, very big move. Now, if we take a look at the current situation, then when we moved up here, and you can see it was extremely overbought, and we moved down again, we moved up and rejected by the resistance of the pivot point. At that time, at this time of this rejection, you can see we were very, very close to this oversold zone, and right now it has just entered the oversold zone. And by the way, this is happening for a third time in the history of Bitcoin. Like previously we were oversold here, the stochastic was oversold here, then we had a very, very big rally, again it entered the oversold here in 2019, and again we had a very, very big rally. Right now you can see it has just entered the oversold zone. Therefore, it is possible that this time we will have bounce from this support of the falling wedge, and it will break out this resistance of the wedge, and it can go for another higher than previous high. Therefore, we need to keep an eye on these supports of $28,600 and also the support of this very big falling wedge pattern. Until these supports are saved, there is a high probability that soon Bitcoin can break out this falling wedge pattern and it can set another higher than previous high. So this was the update so far. I hope that you've liked the analysis. Then do hit the like and do subscribe to the channel as well. And for more ideas, you can also support me here at the Patreon, because here I'm sharing different trading ideas for you, and you can find the link to join me here in the video's description I've shared. Take care. Goodbye.